Hello, Muse TV. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes. How are you? Uh-huh.
I'm doing well. Thank you all for, just being so brilliantly talented. Y'all have me rolling over my bed, honestly.
Oh,
This
so
was
you saw the movie too?
Of course they had to.
Hasn't except for us. I don't even
Everybody see the
understand.
movie.
All good. That's all good.
I enjoyed it. I actually watched it twice. So, I mean,
Watch.
Clarence, it's a credit to you. Good writing. So I'd like to
Thank
start with a separate question for Clarence, one separate for DeShawn, and then one for the rest. But for Clarence, I mean, you generally write thrillers, dramas, and even horror with your like your writing producing partners. So how much of a shift was it for you to instead write a feature with a sitcom feel that also employs the usual archetypes and the physical comedy? And then for DeShawn, what was it like for you to sing with Miss Valerie Pettiford? And then for everybody else, the theme of this is Christmas won't be the same if one of us is away. So I'd like to extend the same to you. I mean, Christmas won't be the same if dot dot dot. So if cousin Leroy don't bring another girl every single year, he always got another girl, or Aunt Gloria without her, I don't know, like baked mac and cheese. So
I love it. Go on, Clarence. That's a great question. Thank
Great,
you.
great questions. And firstly, thank you. Thank you for watching it twice. We love to hear that. To answer your question, I would say so. I love all types of genres. So I love horror, drama, thriller. Write a little bit of everything. But I'm also at the end of the day, I'm a kid born in the '90s. So I grew up on Martin, Living Single, Smart Guy, Sister Sister. So they're watching Def Comedy Jam. So Miss Adele Givens, it's a privilege to even be on the same call as you. So yeah, so I have all of that kind of embedded in me already. So it wasn't really hard to go and kind of tap into that comedy and pull those elements out. And I think also since I've been a big fan of dramatic pieces and dramatic work as well, it wasn't that big of a stretch to kind of stretch to go into the elements of Lily and his grandfather and kind of exploring that dynamic. Because unfortunately, in a lot of families, I mean, not every family, of course, but some families we do have, that kind of clash. But at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure I highlighted that despite differences, we can come together and accept each other and love each other. And I think that's the core message of Too Many Christmases is everyone, and kind of what Ratoya had said earlier, like leading with love. I think despite the shenanigans and all the craziness of the film, everybody led with love. So Jerome led with love, Kayla led with love. They wanted to appease their families. And only character I would say maybe could do a little more growing would be Brother LeVar. But I think
Brother.
he growing. He growing. He trying. He was trying. And actually, this is just a random side note real quick. But Juhahn, I just want to say, you probably don't remember this, but when I first came out to LA, I was working at Fox Hills Mall or Westfield Mall. I was working at the Santa set. You actually came over to me and asked me, you probably do not remember this, but you came over to me, you asked me where the bathroom was. I told you, you were like, thank you. So I just want to say it's full circle moment now that you're, appearing in a film.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
That's real. That's a real story.
Insane.
So I had to say
I was just
full
thinking
circle
on this whole
moment.
time. I was like, I need to get Clarence's info. I need to do some projects.
Well, I'm here.
like,
Let me know.
might have found him on the gram, Denzel.
Wow.
We already met.
But that's actually a good message. That goes to show you never know who you cross paths with and how the universe is so intertwined. Because what if Juhahn would not have been nice to him and was like, yeah, forget you, and he might have been a fan? Juhahn wouldn't have been cast because they would have said, yo, what about Juhahn? They'd be like, no, I met him. That goes to show relationships in this business matter so much.
Oh, that's real.
Crazy.
It really does. That's
The
incredible.
world is small.
Wow.
Man, I wasn't tripping.
Right? And I think, was it DeShawn that didn't she? I think you're
Yeah. Your question, I believe, was how was it to sing with Miss Valerie Pettiford? First off, as soon as I found out, I was like, wait, she's playing my mom. This is so crazy because I feel like I was like, wait, she's a Broadway girly. I've known about her. She's a Fosse girl, jazz girl. So I was like, wait, this is actually kind of crazy because this woman literally could have spit me out her mouth. So when I was listening, I was like, wait, I have to see. I was so incredibly nervous. And we were recording in the studio. I just was like, can I just hear her sing? Do I need to sing with her? Because she's just so good. But it honestly was an honor to get to sing with her and just kind of like live out that dream of like, I am singing with a Broadway, coming from a very large theater background and knowing who she was in the New York scene and Broadway. I was like, wow, what a once in a lifetime dream to sing with this woman and get to be her son. So it was an incredible experience and so grateful for that.
I just want to add about Valerie and Miss Adele. Sometimes you grow up watching stuff where you see people and you look up to them and then you meet them in person and you might be kind of disappointed. I just want to say they were so extremely humble and kind and down to earth that, I don't know, it's just amazing. Thank you, Adele.
Humble.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make me feel good. Thank you.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And now for the rest of y'all, I mean, Christmas won't be the same if ...
If Trump becomes president.
Girl.
Well,
we got one last Christmas without it.
You know what? Truthfully, Christmas wouldn't be the same without my mother. She is the glue of the family, brings us all together. She's the cook of the family. So really, it's kind of like everything centers around her. She is the true matriarch of our entire family.
Beautiful. Christmas, I feel, in a way, won't be the same. A couple of years ago, I lost my father and then my aunt, like last year. So it's kind of like when you're doing Christmas, when people that you love so much are not there, it changes the dynamic of it. But it also helps you remember to cherish life, the ones that you do have, and it makes you bring those people closer. So I think the holidays definitely bring the opportunity, like you said, Juhahn, to heal or to talk to people you might not have talked to in a while, and just to fix things. So sometimes things are petty and you realize, why are you holding on to something when tomorrow those same people may not be at the dinner table with you to celebrate? So it makes you cherish the ones that are here while still remembering those that have passed on.
that's right.
For me, we always do a prayer before we open up the gifts for Christmas. And my nephew, at this time, he's only 15, but for the past few years, he's always kind of started the prayer. And then I kind of do the one at dinner. And God know our heart, but it's really a competition. And Christmas won't be the same if we ain't got that prayer competition happening.
Praise.
I'm glad you said that that's a competition, because every time my husband blessed the food, we be sitting there waiting so long. We looking at each other like, I don't know what kind of relationship he got with Jesus, but I wish they called each other more frequently so we don't have to wait for this prayer.
I don't know how long that line is at the pearly gates. I'm just trying to make sure I made it.
Trying to make it to the gates.
All right. One more from Miss Jordan and then Mr. Juhahn.
Yeah, so for me, Christmas wouldn't be the same. Like Adele said, my grandfather, I mean, he could do a 20-minute prayer. It won't, you know what I'm saying, without breathing, without looking up for breath. So he, it will not be the same without that, because that cracks the whole family up. And after that, we are so ready to eat. We get in. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it really wouldn't be the same without him doing that. It's so funny, and it brings us all together in laughter and in cheer, and then we eat and everything's, you know what I'm saying, copacetic. And he knows what he's doing. I think the problem is that he knows that he's doing that, and because it's every Christmas, and every Christmas is the same thing. We're like, how long are you going to pray like that? And he's like, well, as long as I want to. So he knows what he's doing. That's why I feel like it's funnier. So yeah,
No chill.
A little mini sermon.
Right. I'm like, okay, we're not in church, but it's okay.
They definitely know what they're doing. I agree.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Know. One year my son asked my husband, were you praying for the change in the cup holder? What is he asking Jesus?
Right.
I guess he wants this. The question that goes to everybody. For me, I would say Christmas wouldn't be the same without any of my family members or loved ones, it doesn't feel well to lose somebody, whether that was through an argument or just through health or their time. So that could be anybody that's close to me. But like Porscha said, it makes you really cherish the memories that you had of that loved one and cherish the people that you still have in your life, because it's inevitable for some of the stuff to happen anyway. But I am very much a grounded family person. I was fortunate enough to be raised in my household with, I mean, we weren't perfect. We definitely had our hoodish ways and moments, you know, DMV, but we were family oriented and we worked hard to be able to stay above water for the most part. So missing anybody would hurt. But
so Juhahn's parents came to set. We met his parents. They were incredible. So he's right. These parents were a gem. We all went to eat. It was like the love was there for all to feel like, oh my gosh, his parents are there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, and I'll have a transparent moment with you, Porscha, and everybody. And I'll just be transparent because life is about being transparent. I'm very fortunate of that because my father is dealing with cancer right now. So you know, that's why this is a little bit of a tricky question, but I'm just home spending time with my father, you know, and I am happy that my parents get a chance to see these type of accomplishments and got a chance to come up to New York and really sit there and witness that. So
wow. Well, prayers unto your father. Please send them on.
Lots of prayers up to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Bless you, Pops.
Happy holidays, folks. Thank you all so much for your time and enjoy the press tour.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank you.